guys, it's T with Teaquilts, and I am hooking up my mic system. I just got into my room, so give me a few minutes. Hook you all up to the mic. Sorry. All right. Sorry about the delay. I just wanted to make sure that I at least started the video on time. Today is Wednesday, November 17th, 2021. It is 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're here just with our Wednesday 1-hour live chat today. So I am just reporting for duty. I really have nothing on my agenda. So we shall see how this works. See what we get into today. So let me bring you all up on my phone here. So let's see. Quite a few of you all have already been posting, so thank you very much. And we had Ellen Campbell said, hello, Teaquilts and friends. I've still got, this is not going to work on my elbow. Just sit that over there for a minute, and I still got the external disk drive hooked up. All right, let's try this again. Ellen Campbell says, hello, Teaquilts and friends. I'm at church. So we'll talk to you later, Ellen. Thank you for popping in. Phyllis G says, hi, T and everyone. Mary says, haha, Ellen busted at church, but on YouTube. Phyllis G says, Kevin, you are so right. I think that's Mary. Mary, you are so right. Teresa McCormick, hello, Miss T and T Quilters. Glad I am here with you. Miss T, how did the Neymar class go? It went fine. That's what I've been doing this week. I've had a long week. Spent Monday trying to organize some stuff. I even moved some stuff that was over on the other side of my sewing desk here, trying to organize some stuff, and part of that had to do with my AccuQuilt die cutting system. So I've been working with that. I had a cart, and I needed to put another, it had only one shelf, and I needed 2 shelves, and then the cart didn't have a back, and I needed to put a back on it so that when I put my dies on it, I wanted to put my cubes on there, my AccuQuilt cubes on this cart. I didn't want them to fall out the back, so I needed to have backing. So been working on that the last couple of days. I got all of my dies organized and situated except for the ones that I'm using for the 4-star general, and then also my long strip dies and my block on board dies, the long block on board dies. If it's a short die, those are stored in my long arm room. My long dies are stored down here up under this desk, and I haven't gotten to those. So I'm trying to slowly get organized with all of this AccuQuilt stuff so that when I want to go get something, I know where they are. And I think part of my problem with that is that I have studio dyes and I have go dyes, and I've always kept my go dyes all together because all the green ones look better together, and then put all my brown studio dyes together. And then when it comes time to use them, I can't remember if I've got my 3.5 inch square on the green go dye or if I got it on the studio dye. So my storage is not aesthetically pleasing like it was in the past, but it's organized so that I can go get stuff and don't have to worry about which dye. I just go get the dye that I need because I got everything in order by size and type of dye. I've got my block on boards by alphabetical. I've got my square, half square, triangles. All of those are grouped by subject. They're in order of size. And then I just got to do the long dies here the same way as I've done all of my short dies. So I've done that. My husband helped me modify the cart, or he modified the cart. I had to just basically tell him what I wanted him to do. And then I got stuff pulled out again. So I'm going through stuff again. I then had class. No, I didn't start with class. I had a lecture. I actually scheduled a lecture on the same day that I paid for a class. So I had a class. No, I had the lecture scheduled and then went and paid for a class on the same day. So I only had half a day of the class yesterday, and then I had the remaining part of the class today. So I got a lot done. Speaking of class, I guess I'll show you that now. I actually decided to do a big project with quilt work. So this is going to be my next project right here. And yeah, it's multicolored stars. It's called Macaw. I'm going to make sure you all see that. The title is up here, Macaw. And it's a queen size quilt. It's actually 99 by 99. This pattern alone was $77. And when you look at, you're basically paying for, this is printed on newspaper print. So that's basically what you're paying for, is the printing, so that you can paper piece this entire section, this whole quilt top. I did find out what I do like about quilt work is that once you bought the pattern and you got the instructions, you can get refills for a cheap price. So I am happy about that. At least if I decide, I don't know if I'll do this again, but maybe if I was trying to sell it or something, $77, it might be beneficial for me to at least buy the refill and then sell it. Maybe it'll be cheaper to do it that way. But this is my next project. I was going to talk about that anyway. But the class was good. Then the class was good. I'll just say that. It was a good class. Beverly Simmons is here. Says, I wish you come on an hour earlier. You are too late for me, girl, from Newfoundland, Canada. Sorry, Beverly. Vicky Lemire says, hello. Linda Fu says, hello, T and Quilters. Quilt Gal. Hi, T and everyone from Maryland. Avita Mitchell. Greetings, Miss T and all the Quilters from Atlanta, Georgia. John Cunningham. Hello, T and everyone. Vicky, no, that's my screen jumped already. Don Cunningham says hello T and everyone. I think I said that one. Diane 57 says good evening everyone. Bonita Nan says hey Miss T and everyone. Happy Wednesday. Erling Butler says hi T and fellow quilters. I hope that all is well. Darlene Crosby, hello T and quilting friends. Debbie says hello T and all quilters. Darlene Crosby is talking to Vicky. Janet Macro says hello T and quilters. I don't know if Vicky Lemire is talking to us or if she's talking to somebody else. She's saying something about 9-patch, and then I don't know if she's saying she gave her husband therapist one. I'm not sure what's going on. Janet Mackerel, hello tea and quilters. Judy Smith says, hi tea and all. Damali J, good evening, Miss Tea and Quilters. I hope everyone is having a pleasant day from Oxon Hill, Maryland. Maxie Doodle, happy Wednesday, Miss T. Hi, everyone. Vivian Calvey says, hi, T and everyone. We also got Paula Hopping Garner says, hello. I'm sure I butchered that. I'm sorry. I'm sleepy too. Barbara Polk says, hi there to everyone. Francis Jackson, hi T and T Quilters from rainy Michigan. Judy says, hello T and Quilters. Sandra Weston says, hi T and everyone from Olney, Maryland. Deborah Sims Brown says, hi T and everyone from Maryland. We had a nice day today. Melanie Moffitt says, hi from Virginia, new to your group. Hi Melanie, welcome to the live chat. Also, welcome to the channel. Appreciate you popping in here and commenting to us. We appreciate that. Sandra Agger says, happy Wednesday Tea and Quilters. Hope all is well with you all. C-Rack says, hello Quilters and Miss T. Kevin the Quilter is here going, hey Miss T, hey all T Quilters. Thinking of Kevin, go ahead and get this out the way. Kevin and I will be postponing the sew along for the 4-star general for the December block until next Saturday. We've had scheduling conflict this month, so we will not be having it on this Saturday as planned. We kind of figured that things would come up in our schedules with both of us being busy. So this one happens to be one of them. So we'll be back on Saturday after Thanksgiving with the 12 p.m. 4-star general December block. And I'm blocking the name of it, but I think it's the T block variation. Tucker Sewing and Quilting is here. Says, hey T and everyone. Hope all are well. In the doghouse tonight. Doing some stitch in the ditch. Laughing out loud. Dolores Phelps says, hello everyone. All T Quilters. Helena Carter says, hi T and all Quilters. Sandra says that her thumbs up is done. Thank you, Sandra. Sharon Lewis says, hi T and Quilters from Washington, D.C. Just getting home from work. Glad to catch the chat. Well, hi, Sharon. Welcome home. Monty Pep says, hey, Kevin and T Quilters. Maddie Barnum says, hello, T and everyone. Maddie says, you were busy, T. Yes, I am. So sleepy. The lecture that I did, it was about, I'm going to say about an hour and 40 minutes from my house. And then I also got stuck in some rush hour traffic, both going and coming back, because once I left the lecture, I then went and did half of a class that was an all-day class. I just showed up after lunch. And so it was a long drive. Whenever I'm driving on the highway, I'm like really sleepy afterwards. I could like sleep for 2 or 3 days straight if my world would let me, but it doesn't. So I've had some long days. All I really want to do is crawl up in bed and go to sleep. So, but yeah. My screen jumped again, so hold on. Let me go back and catch up with it. I don't want to miss anybody saying hello, especially since I don't have a whole lot I was going to do. If anything, I would have sewed, but in all honesty, I don't even feel like sewing. I'm so sleepy. So, Sandra says, I've been trying to get organized too. It ain't no joke. Yes, it is. Because when you organize one spot, you're messing up another, okay? So getting organized is not a joke. And especially when we got so much stuff and then we're not wanting to really get rid of anything. I'm glad that I have gotten rid of the amounts of fabrics that I have been getting rid of. But I'm I'm just trying to reorganize what I got. If I don't like it, trying to get rid of it, and then switching, making sure that the stuff that I do like now that I'm buying, that I at least like it, and not just buying it because it's the great price. At least it's something I can use or feel I can use. So Cynthia Shade says, good evening from Chicago. Beverly Aiken says, hello, T and T Quilters. Hi, Beverly. June Hansen says, hi, T and everyone. And Diane 57 is messing with Kevin, talking about bring her dies back before she misses them, laughing out loud. I don't think Kevin has any of my dies. Don says, you worked hard getting everything organized. I need to do that. The thing for me is I've been doing this all year, because when I first started doing this, it was in January when I was technically off. I wasn't doing any long arm quilting, doing whatever I wanted to do. And then it's like stuff keeps interfering. Life interfered. I had a lot going on earlier this year with my family. So 2021 has affected me worse than 2020 has affected me. So it's just that I can only do so much at a time. And then when somebody comes to my house, I have to just put it all back up. At least before I put stuff back up, if I can't put it into its proper place because something else is in place of where it's going, because I don't want to pull that stuff out too. So, so I at least have everything sorted. So when I at least go back to pull it out, at least I don't have to go back through the sorting. I got fabrics that I need to wrap, fabrics that need to be put on shelves, stuff like that. But I can't get to that particular area at this time. So I do have it sorted at least. It's still just a mess. It's going to be a mess for a while. And that's partly because I refuse to take everything off the shelving and just box it up, because I knew I was going to be needing something if I did that. So I was trying not to incapacitate my actual quilting when I decided I wanted to do something. So when you're trying to work in your area and you're trying to organize it, it's just going to be a mess for a while. Just how it is. And I'm okay with that. It's not bothering me yet. Nisima's here waving, says, hey, T and everybody. And Kevin's laughing out all it down in. They are our dies, laughing out loud. T, that's pretty, but over my head. That's from Vicky. Yeah, these patterns are no joke. And so I took a class because I wanted to know what the process was, what makes her patterns different than others. And 90% of it I agree with, and it's about 10% of it that I'm going to do my way. For right now. I mean, I might eventually like the other 10%, but I do understand exactly where Judy is coming from as she was giving out these instructions for these patterns. And I've been wanting to do something big of hers and wanting to see what her technique is. So now that I know what her technique is, this class wasn't even about a project. It was about going to see what some of the differences were. So, and I do like I said, 90% of it. It's just a couple of things that she tells you to do that I'm just not going to do that way. You think quilt work is cheap? She's going to the bank. Giggles. I didn't say it was cheap. I said $77 for a pattern is a lot. But when you open it up and you've got all of this printing, I've gone to the printer and gotten 20 copies of something and left out spending almost 40 bucks. So printing is not cheap. So I do understand that. And when you're using the big printers, she's got to use big draft printers to get this stuff printed. So I do understand where the cost is coming. And I can see it when you start opening up this page. I mean, this pattern is very thick. It's got instructions. But you can see all of that printed templates that are not even part of the pattern. The pattern booklet is also thick. So I can understand where something will cost $77, but I'm like in my head going, do we have any fabric with this? I didn't say it was cheap. I said I can understand where, the price come from, but I don't know. Or I hope I didn't say it was cheap. Cause it's not cheap. $77 is a lot of money for just a pattern, and you haven't even got one piece of fabric pulled. But I can understand the cost of it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Don says, I signed up for a quilt work class, but it was canceled when COVID first came out. Try it again. I think you'll like it if you like paper piecing. Wash Your Hands says, hi everyone, happy to be with everyone again. And Diane says, also laughing at all at Kevin, I just had to do it. About the dies. June Hansen says, that looks nice, but not for me. Maxie Doodles, yikes, Miss T, that pattern, it looks a little complicated. The pattern you chose is beautiful, from Teresa. This pattern, it takes a lot of organizing. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why people don't like to do it, because you've got to sit down and cut all these pieces out. You got to get bags. You got to label the bag so you can know which piece is what. And it can take you, I'm just going to guess because I have never done this size, but I'm thinking it can take you about 4 or 5 hours just to get this pattern organized, the pattern pieces, and put into the appropriate bag so that when it's time to start cutting, you've got all of your pieces ready to go. So it's time consuming. Sue says, good evening, T and friends. I'm afraid winter is coming. Yes, it is. Oh, she made baby quilts. That's Vicki Lemire. She was explaining the 9 patches. Okay, awesome. Janice Miller says, hello, T and quilters. And then June also said, that's nice, Vicki, about the quilts. Diane 57 says she made a 9-patch quilt for her husband's physical therapist. Yes. I was getting her comments in parts, and so I didn't read them because I didn't know what she was talking about. But it's all clear now. Sandra says, I'm doing the McCall quilt also. Her videos are great. And I have not watched any of her videos because I wanted to go to class. So that is my next step. And I didn't know she had a video. I don't know if she's got a video on this one, but I will go look and see if she's got one on this one. But that's my next step. But the main thing is that it got me motivated to get started using a more intricate pattern for paper piecing, shall I say that. I have done some Carol Bryard Fallard paper piecing, and I like her technique, and so I wanted to try one with Judy Neymar and try her technique. So looking forward to it. Sue is reminding people to thumbs up. Thank you, Sue. Appreciate that. Maria Quarterman says, hello, Miss T and quilters from Ellabelle, Georgia. Welcome. June says, I'm doing bindings, one or maybe one of my table toppers and 5 more quilts I have made for behind when I get sick and they liked up on me. I don't know. I'm just reading what I see. And thinking of reading what I see, there's no telling what I see because of the floaters in my eyes. But I think I'm reading it right. I think it's just the keyboard was kind of helping her along, and she didn't need any help. Kevin, the quilter, says, welcome to the channel, Melanie. Thank you, Kevin. Leela Dicker is here saying, good evening, TNT quilters. Hope everyone is staying safe and well. Melissa LePage, good evening, T and everyone. I'm like 9 minutes behind. I'm still behind. People are saying, welcome to Melanie. That's really sweet of you all. And she says, thank you. Maxie Doodle says, I'm all out of space. The cutters, dyes, fabrics, and sewing machines. Exactly. And that's where I'm at. And it's like, I don't need to pick up one more hobby. And there's certain things that I still want to do. And it's like, you can't buy that. You have no place to store the stuff. Everything we do needs supplies. And I have no place to store any extra supplies unless I'm cleaning stuff out. And that's also what I'm doing as I'm trying to organize stuff. So it just takes time. I'm lucky I have a place to lay my head. That's Maxie Doodle. Got that right. Lynette Williams says, hello, everyone. Thumbs up. Hi, Lynette. Tiffany's Quilting Life is here. Says, hi, T and friends. I am late. Was out for a walk. Well, that's good exercise. Welcome to the chat. And faxing is not cheap either. That's wash your hands. Now, I've never had to do that. I do have printers that will allow me to fax. Most faxing is obsolete because you can just email it back. You can make a PDF or anything yourself. But every once in a while, you get into an organization that's the only way they'll take something. So, but yeah. Melanie says foundation paper piecing scares me. I've watched the Quilting Marine and he makes it look easy, but she's got her eyes big. I'm an emoji. Cynthia Maria Fields says, hi T and Kevin and fellow quilters. This time change is killing me. And I think that might be part of my problem too. I don't think I like the time change, even though we gained an hour. I don't feel like I gained an hour. I feel like I lost an hour. And it's getting dark so early. And it's cold. It's getting cold. I just don't like it. I got issues with the time change. Leetta Bryan says, hi T and quilters. Kevin says, hey, Leetta, I think I finally picked my Bonnie Mystery colors out. So that's pretty cool. They're doing the Bonnie Hunter Mystery. Damali says, that's going to be beautiful. I know I'm not ready for that challenge yet. It is a challenge. Sandra says she has a free video class on the quilt on Facebook and YouTube. The class. It does take a lot of organizing. The video is great help. It's free, and I've started 11/13 and ends in December. The video is great help. It is free and started. Okay, so I'll have to go look her up then, because I don't follow a whole lot of quilters just because I have so much going on. I get notifications. I can't handle the notifications and emails that I'm currently getting. But I will go check her out for this since I already have it and see what's going on with that. Wash Your Hands says, I gave my art drawing supplies to my niece. No room to store it all. Plus, markers only last 3 years. They dry out if you don't use them. So, sewing only for me. And Kevin's got his eyes all watching. He's looking. Cheryl Knuckles says, hello, everyone. I think that's Kevin's in regard to Bonnie Hunter, because he's trying to get me to do it. I have so many other projects that I want to do, or things like this project here I want to do. And I'm working on 2 4-star general quilts. I'm doing other stuff. I just don't have time to, I say play with Bonnie. When you're doing a Bonnie Hunter mystery, you got to be serious, because she's kicking out hundreds of half square triangles, and then next week you need hundreds of flying geese. I don't know if I have time or the stamina to do that. I'm trying to do some other stuff. I know I probably will like the quilt because I like the colors. So I'm not saying I'm not doing it yet. I'm just saying I haven't proceeded to do anything to do that mystery yet. That's where I'm at. This time change is killing me too. Now my body is on first shift and I work second. That's Lynette. I like to paper piece, but not a big one. That's Cynthia. Yep. And I understand that. I even talked about that in my group. It's like, if you don't like one thing about quilting, that doesn't mean you can't quilt. You just go do the parts that you do like. If you just like piecing, then you piece. If you like quilting, then be a quilter, So you can enjoy the part of it that you like. But paper piecing, if you don't like the big ones, then I recommend staying with the small stuff. I like small stuff because you get them done faster. So I just tend to go overboard. Like, I went to a class and then I bought this. Talking about play with me and Leetta, Miss T, laughing out loud. That's Kevin. Erlene says, I'm still working on my New York Beauty quilt, now putting on borders, paper piecing. And see, that's another one that I haven't finished yet. The New York Beauty. Wash Your Hands says, I recently purchased the HD9 sewing machine. It's a game changer, y'all. It sews through leather in thick layers. I bought it to make bags. I love it. Yes, and that's a pretty good reason, because even just sewing like rag quilts and stuff, some of these machines, I've knocked 2 of them out of timing because of sewing thick stuff. So it's nice to have a machine, and that's a great recommendation coming from Wash Your Hands. I do know your name, but I'm not going to say it. Thank you, Elaine Doucette. She says thumbs ups for T. Bessie says, did you ever finish your Phoenix? My Phoenix is back here. It's for the sewing, for sew along on Saturday. So I got those 4 rows pressed. I sold them last Saturday. And I've got the other 2 rows that I laid out. I got them pinned. They're ready to go. So I am still working on the Phoenix quilt. So I haven't finished, Betsy. Let's see, where was I? I'm almost at the bottom. Remo JS is here saying, good evening, Miss T and quilters. Somebody is asking, wash your hands. What does HD9 mean? I have no idea. And also, Remo is reminding people to hit the thumbs up. Damali says, yes, the time change has been my problem when I run errands. Now I got to remember to turn on porch lights or I'll have a heck of a keyhole fumble in the dark. Yes, I put a little flashlight on my key ring just for that, recently for that. Because I was having that issue because it seems like if it's going to rain or if it looks like, the clouds are rolling in and look like it's getting darker even earlier, like today, the clouds rolled in today wanting to rain. I don't know if it ever rained or not because I got in the house, but it was dark outside for a bit. So I do not like this. I don't think I have seasonal affective disorder, but I know I like longer days than I do shorter ones. Remo says, Miss T, did you get your mail? Yes, I did. I went to the post office today. I've been so busy. I just got today, so I did get that. I have not gone to my computer for stuff to tell people that I got stuff, and I did bring one package in here because it had something else in it. So thank you so much for that, Remo. Deborah says, I don't like the time change either. I have been sleepy lately. It's a Janome HD9. Says, great sewing machine. It's like an industrial machine. So, yes. And I said, but then that ain't true, that the next machine I buy is going to be an industrial sewing machine. We shall see. I got my eye on a machine. Do I need it? No. But I took this machine to class. And this machine is heavy as heck to take to class. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to take this to class. So we shall see. Cynthia says, come on board, give thumbs up. Thank you, Cynthia. Sue says, I was starting to get things under control. Then I got the scan and cut, and my good intentions went out the window. And see, that's kind of what happened when I got my Cameo. That was the last new thing that I added in, was doing t-shirts and decals. And while I have my storage unit for all of my HTV, my regular vinyl, I don't really have good storage for. And I really don't have a place to store all the other stuff that goes with that. And that's part of my problem. But as I'm organizing the Go stuff, I do have the scan and cut with that just temporarily. The machines are all stored together on top of this cart that I have. So at least all light stuff is together. It's just, it is what it is. It's a lot. Graham Martin says, is there any muckemizers on this chat? Joyce Baker says, hi, T and T Quilters. Kevin says, you can store your industrial machine at my house, Miss T. Yeah, right. I don't know when I'm going to use it if it's at your house. It's not like you live around the corner. Eric Otis here saying, hello, hello. Cynthia says, we had 9 tornadoes. Goodness gracious. On Long Island, me and hubby in basement. Oh, my gosh. You all stay safe. Yeah, I know it looked terrible. I don't know what ended up coming because, like I said, I haven't even watched the news or anything. I was just chilling a little bit after the meeting. And then I'm like, I realized that the time I had passed. I need to get up and get into this room. So I have a little singer, 20 years old, not featherweight. That is lightweight. I take to class and vacations. Yeah. My thing is I have a featherweight. I need to perfect my 1/4 inch seam on that. And that's only because I don't use it. When I was using my featherweight, all I was doing on it was just string and crumb piecing, just to use it, to put it to work. And so I haven't used it in a while. And I had it cleaned last year for a retreat that was canceled. And so I haven't used it since I had it cleaned. So that's a whole nother issue. Kevin talking about all rise. Mr. Eric Oda has entered the chat. Wash your hands says, T, it is the Janome M7. You have your eye on. Okay. She says, that's what I wanted to purchase, but mama ain't got that money. Not yet anyway. Okay. So yeah. And I don't even know if I need the M7 as much as I need an industrial sewing machine. So the D9 or H9D or however it's up there, but I do know that it's some kind of way like that. That probably might be better because I'm thinking it's just got shorter space in here because I don't use all of this. I use it to store my fabric pieces up here because I'm not doing any machine quilting since I do long arm quilting somewhere else. If I'm doing any machine quilting, it's going to be a placemat or smaller. So I don't need a whole lot of room in here. I got plenty of room in here. It becomes a storage area. So I don't need a whole lot of space. But I do understand. Get something good that you can use for the money that you got at the time. So Eric talking about Kevin, you may be seated. Sue says we're having light rain in South County. I don't hear anything outside. I normally hear the rain, so I don't hear anything yet. Says I've been through many earthquakes living in California, never been through a tornado. Wow. Went from one to the other. Kathy's Quilts and Crafts says, boy, am I late tonight. Hello, T. Hello, everyone. I really want a featherweight. They're so cute. Yes, they are cute. I do like it. I just need to pull. My problem is I'm a creature of habit. And then when I sew on other sewing machines, if I'm just doing it, I tend to do it in my dining room. So I can just put a machine out there to sew on, get used to it, and then I can put it back up. Whereas in here, I just leave a stationary machine. So this is where I've been doing all of my piecing lately. And in the past, I have pieced in here and I pieced in my back dining area, but I've just been sticking to one area. So that's another reason why I am not using my other machines like I should. And Sue telling me to get that featherweight out and use it. Love mine, especially for traveling for my heavy duty sewing. I use a 1951 Singer 201. Yeah, and I have the featherweight and I have the Singer Rocketeer. So either one of them will work. I just need to get stuff out and use it. And my Rocketeer, since I've moved stuff, it's just sitting right there. It's been sitting right there, but I could never get to it because I had it blocked. But it's just sitting on the other side of my desk. I just need to re-oil stuff at this point because I haven't used it in a while now. But they're all clean. I'd like a cheap industrial just to make some panel bags, extra batting, etc., but don't think they are cheap. No, you are going to pay a little bit because they know what they're for. The only thing I can recommend is maybe trying to buy one on your Facebook Marketplace. Every once in a while, I'll see the old style industrial sewing machines, kind of like what Jordan's Fabrics uses. And it's already in the table and everything. The problem with that is that those machines are super duper heavy. And so you need 2 strong men to move it, and you're gonna need. I don't even know if it'll fit in a SUV laying down. You have to probably get a truck or something if it's in a table. I don't know. So they're heavy. You'll need like a Tahoe or something to move that machine. Just trying to get through some of these chats, and then I'll talk a little bit about what I'm doing. Thanks, everyone. About the house fine. Lost electricity for a while. Knocked out 2 cable boxes, so we had to turn them in. So that's pretty cool. At least her house is safe. That's Cynthia's. Cynthia is also saying, I like the featherweight. Elizabeth Hewitt says, evening tea. Hi, Elizabeth. I'm almost at the bottom. Hold on. I'm going to skip some of this stuff. And Cynthia says she was gifted one. I'm assuming an industrial machine. That's awesome. Industrial machines are less than $1,000 if you get mechanical only. Computerizations are the expensive ones. Yeah, but sometimes $1,000 is a lot of money to some people. Don says, a couple years ago, Home Depot was selling industrial sewing machines for $300 to $400. I should have got one. Really? Dang. That is funny. I had no idea about that one. Oops, I can't put that up because I don't have my thread spool holder. I've moved everything out. I did get mail. I had some people that I had sent order to, and this is from Connie. She was sending her payment for her order, but she also said this was during the time that I had went to the ophthalmologist and I couldn't see. I was telling y'all I couldn't see, and she says I got a little something in there to make you smile. and I just said okay, waiting on it to come. And she actually sent this yellow fabric, and I like bright fabrics, but I like it. It's a batik, and it's got lines that are like variegated coloring in the lines. Pretty cool. That's probably the best shot of it right there that I'm gonna get with the lights. But yeah, this is pretty cool, and it's a fat quarter and just gorgeous. So I'll be using this in my 4-star general somewhere. So thank you, Connie, so much for this, and thank you for mailing your payment. The other thing I did was I signed up. I told you all I had signed up with Sewing Machine Plus to as an affiliate. I now have an affiliate with them. I have not even put it down in my YouTube videos yet. And this doesn't say how much this costs. But I've been wanting, and when I do an affiliate link, I order myself first so I can see what their shipping is, see how the customer service is, how long stuff takes, so I can know if I really want to continue that affiliation with them. So I ordered the King Star metallic thread. I've been hearing a lot of machine embroidery people saying that the new metallic threads are wonderful. So I had thrown out most of my metallic threads. I got one metallic that I use on my long arm. That's I don't even know what brand it is, that costs a lot of money, and it does work on my long arm. But as far as machine embroidery and stuff like that, I have not used metallic threads in years because all they do was just break. And so I'm going to try this King Star. So that's what I ordered from them. I'm going to say this 6-pack, I can't remember what I paid, but I felt like at the time that it was reasonable price compared to other stuff. So I think anything that you get at Sewing Machine Plus is going to be cheaper in price. And the funny thing is, when this came to my house, it said it was the embroidery store, not Sewing Machine Plus. So I found that to be weird. And so I've got the 6 spools. I'm trying to see if they've got a name for this. It's just a metallic variety pack. You know, sometimes they do thread packages and they give them a name, but not so here. But I've got 6 spools of thread, so eventually I'm going to be doing some machine embroidery more sooner than later. And so I'm going to give these a test out. Matter of fact, I might even test this out while I'm doing my quilt label. I do a little satin stitch border around my quilt label, so this might be a good test to see how this stitch out doing a satin stitch. Because when you're using metallic threads, you do want to use it somewhere where it's kind of a fill-in stitch, not just a running stitch, so you can actually see the metallic of the thread come out. So I did do that. Order came okay. I think they shipped in 2 days. I can't remember if it was priority or not because my shipping was free because of the cost. I think if you order anything over $49, your shipping is free. I just can't remember what I paid for it right now. And then I also do that to test my affiliate link to see if it's working, and my affiliate link did work with that. Sue says the easiest way to move it, when she's talking about an industrial machine, is to take it out of the table. I do that when I move my treadle. Yeah, and I think that's a great idea, because when machines are in table, they're not balanced for you to pick up and move. That one end is always going to be heavier than the other. So I do agree with taking the thing out of the table. I've moved a table with the machine in it, and I'm telling you, it's not fun. Wash Your Hands says, I'm not sure, but I think there's a learning curve using an industrial sewing machine. I wouldn't know because I haven't sewed on one yet. And June said, that's very pretty, Connie, talking about the batik fabric I got from Connie. And Tiffany says that she uses them all the time, Sewing Machine Plus. Pretty from Lynette, thank you. About the fabric from Connie. Beverly says, I love King Star thread, so thank you. And I did not get any of the regular thread. I just said, I'm one of those people, if I'm going to try your thread, I'm going to jump in if you're saying your thread's the best, and I've been getting a lot of comments about this metallic thread, so I'm going to go gun-ho, and I'm jumping right in with the worst type of thread I've ever used in my life. So I won't say that their whole thread line is bad if I don't like it, but I've only heard positive things about this King Star thread, so I'm looking forward to it. Next quilt label I need to make. And Lynette says she ordered her baby lock from Sewing Machine Plus, so that's good to know. Okay, let me see. There is always a learning curve with any new sewing machine. You got that right, Diane. Foff has IDT. It goes through several layers of fabric. Hold on, guys. I have neglected to take my Allegra D until it was time for me to come in here. I had it in my pocket all day, okay? And I go, what's in my pocket? It's the Allegra D I should have taken. I've ordered stuff from Sewing Machine Plus in the past. They're a good company. Yes, free shipping over $49. I thought it was because I thought that was pretty low. So I got free shipping. So this was over $49. I want to say this was like $77 or something. And then with free shipping, I don't mind it so much. And they didn't add any tax being an online store. So for metallic threads, they tend to cost more anyway. How many yards are here? It says 1,000 meters. So that's over 1,000 yards, because a meter is about 3 inches larger than a yard. Maxi Doodle says, I really like Sewing Machine Plus. The products are well packed. They come relatively quick to Florida, and customer service is great. So that's good. Sue Donnelly is here saying, hi, friends. Hey, Sue. I told my quilt group, I showed them my mat on Saturday too. Learning embroidery is a real curve. That's Sue. Elizabeth says, oh, she's talking to Don. They have a good sale now. 1.5 creative I just purchased to sew and embroider on. My other machine is waiting on parts for 2 months. So, okay. Deborah Holloway says, good evening, TNT Quilters. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk to you all about. I have checked my mailbox today. I didn't get anything about retreat. I got a couple of things about the bus trip, and I got a couple of things for orders that people were paying for that don't use online payment sources. I do work with people that don't use like PayPal or CashApp, stuff like that. I do work with people that don't use those vehicles to pay for products. So that's why people are sending me their payments. Um, I try to be really flexible because I know that there are a lot of companies that don't work with people. And so I try to, go a little bit above and beyond for people. It's not about the money for me here. It's about helping people. And then if I find a good product and I'm selling it, I just want you to get what you want. Diane says, I have ordered Pressafeed and had no problems with the company. And that's good to know, too, because, like I said, I was trying to find something to order to make sure my link worked. Now, I did place an order. Let me go check something. I placed an order with somebody, and I haven't seen my affiliate link come in. So, I don't know if it's going to come in late, but most of the times when I place an order, my affiliate link goes right through to show up in my account. I used an affiliate link and I haven't seen that order come through yet. It was earlier today trying to test out a company. So I'm going to see if it's here yet. I got a different order come in, but not one from that company. So I'm not going to put them under, I'm not going to talk about them yet. I'll talk about it when I get my order. So I got an order that came in today, but it's from Teaquilts. So whoever that is, thank you very much. Appreciate it. But the order I'm looking for has not come through. And like I said, normally when I place an order, my order goes through immediately. I'm like, well, maybe this company is holding the information and sending it later. But normally when you use a ShareAsale link, ShareAsale controls the link. So I'll be contacting that company tomorrow, asking them, where is my link for a sale. And I do that before I put a link out to you guys, because I don't want a company that says, hey, we have ShareAsale, and then I never get credit. When you use the link, it should take you to their company, and then if you're you go backwards and forth, you're looking at different pages and stuff, it should still, their website should still keep the fact that I sent you over to their website. So yeah, we'll see. Eric says, that reminds me, T, check coming in the mail. That's fine. That's fine, Eric. I gotcha. Alvita says, Miss T, do you have any free classes? I don't do online classes. What I do have is just whatever projects that I have, like for quilt blocks, and I have or quilts in general that I have on my YouTube channel. I just decided that through the support of my YouTubers that are mostly in this chat, I did not get into online education with Zoom yet. And I don't know if I will ever get on to online classes. I might do like retreats or something like that, where you just pay a minimal fee to be at a retreat throughout the weekend. But I just don't want to get into teaching on Zoom because I feel like I don't have control of my product. So people can double record what's going on Zoom. I think you can block the Zoom from being recorded, but you don't know if somebody else has another camera set up or something like that. So I just prefer to keep control of my classes and my lectures. So I just have not gotten into doing any electronic classes. Classes in person for free, it depends. If somebody is learning to quilt and you live in my area, I don't mind teaching somebody how to quilt. But if you are looking for something very specific and detailed that's going to take a lot of time, and I have to do some planning to teach that, then I will probably charge some fee for that. But locally, I would say I don't charge for classes unless I'm going through quilt guilds. So it just depends on what's going on. Musica Angela says, you are a woman, wonderful human, T. Yes, I'm not going to throw him under the bus yet. And Tiffany says hers take a few days to clear. AccuQuilt, soon as you all place an order, send me an email and tell me you placed an order. Tell me what the amount is. I see that order. I have ordered myself from AccuQuilt. Soon as I get through with my order with AccuQuilt, my stuff goes through. So I'm going to give this company, because it's a well-known company, I'm going to give them a few days, like Tiffany. I'm going to do what Tiffany is advising. I'm going to give a few days, but all my other companies, I have at least 3 that I use on a regular basis. And they go through immediately. I have my payment come out. As soon as my payment come out, I see it pops over onto the share sale. Because if I don't check it once when I think about it, then I forget. And I'm trying not to forget to check, because this is the first time I'm placing an order with this one. So, and my Sewing Machine Plus stuff came the same. It came right away for me. So I'm not even talking about Sewing Machine Plus, but mine came right away. Okay, but I'll give them a couple of days. I just found that to be really weird. So we only got like 5 more minutes. I am going to get off of here early. It seems like I'm forgetting to tell you all something, but I can't remember what it was. I think I've done everything. I just don't have an update on retreat. I don't have an update on the bus. The bus deadline is not until November 30th for people that are not going to retreat. So right now I currently have a wait list on the bus. I also want to contact a retreat center to see if I can add a couple of spaces. But before I do that, I haven't had time. I had one of the girls in my small quilt guild. We met on Saturday, and she drew me out a floor plan. And she was saying I might be able to get 2 more people in. So I haven't really worked with retreat. I want to do a computer drawing of the floor plan that she made in pencil, which is just a rough draft. I want to do it more to scale so that I can send it to the lady and ask her if I can add 2 more people to our retreat. So I don't like to tell people they can come if the facility is saying no. So I just want to make sure everything is okay. So that's kind of where I'm at this point. So I don't have anything else to add. Anybody got any questions? You're welcome, Elvita. Don says, I Googled Jaybirds toes in the sand and found and watched your YouTube. That pattern has been reissued for Tula Pink quilt. I won't use her fabric, but may try to do the quilt. That's another one that I stopped doing. I was doing a sew along with the toes in the sand. Also, the quilting one with the one that had all the flowers for Edith Satar. I haven't finished that. I still got blocks on that. I'm almost finished with the blocks on that one, but it's just like things keep coming up, and I don't know. Sometimes I think block of the months are great, and then other times I get distracted and I don't ever get back to the blocks of the month. So I was doing one of those blocks a month on each of those, and I've just kind of lost track of time on doing those, and both of those have been put up. So I do need to bring out those and finish those at some point too, because I do the toes in the sand. It was really fun to do different designs with that. It wasn't any curve piecing like this, but they were pretty interesting and they were different. So thanks for the reminder on that, Don. Maxie Doodle says, I haven't emailed you every time I order from AccuQuilt T. Otherwise, you'd be bombarded with emails, laughing out loud. Yeah. And I try to keep track to make sure, and that's why I do go through and order from these same companies, and I use my own links. So, and that's another way for me to know that these links are indeed working, because I don't want to be sending them people if they're not sending me money, because we don't have any control or know-how of when you all use them if you don't tell us. And then that way we can kind of double check and make sure that the company is forwarding money to us. I'm not saying that any company is doing something wrong, but sometimes maybe your link didn't work, and then we can contact them and say, hey, this person had order number such and such, and I don't see it on my list. So I've since learned how to put in a request through Share a Sale. So I haven't had to do it since I figured that out, though. things have been working correct. Betsy says, what do you think about the 2 new AccuQuilt dyes? I can't remember the name. One of them is like Spinning Star, and maybe the other one is Shooting Star, if I'm correct, because I did watch the video. The one that's the Evening Star doubled up, you can probably make that with regular cube dyes. If you got a cube die in, say, if you make the inside a 4-inch square and you make the outer 2 inches, no, 3 inches, you've made that block with regular traditional dye. So personally, I don't think you need a block on board. My opinion. The other one has a lot of different angled cuts. The Shooting Star, the Spinning. I'm getting the names mixed up. But the one that has all of those funny cuts, that would be one that I think is really cute. I almost ordered it, but I did not. I told myself, since I am organizing this stuff, you got all of these blocks on board. Y'all know I've been doing hauls with all this AccuQuilt stuff. And maybe I didn't even do a haul on everything, just saying I'm tired of showing them this stuff. But I have at least 20 block on boards in that room. That doesn't include the ones that are down here that I can see 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. Okay? And I haven't even looked at the shelves. These are just the ones that are on those stand-up racks from AccuQuilt. They're just standing right here. I can see the tops of them. And I still got other stuff on the shelf that I haven't organized this area yet. So, I just had to tell myself, you need to work on some of the ones that I already have. I can't just be a collector of dyes. Dyes take up a lot of space, and I need to at least use them. And I do have some dyes, like I got a free Western dye. I don't know if I'll ever use the Western dye, but then I'm like, I do like cowboy boots. You go through this thing in your head, and it's like, maybe some of this stuff I need to get rid of because I'm never going to use it, especially if it was a free dye. And I remember Sue gave me a free dye that I was about to order, Sue GSD, and I haven't even used it. And I really wanted to use it because I want to make a scrappy quilt with it. And it's like, when you can't get to your stuff, you're not going to use your stuff. And so that's part of my reasoning for trying to go through everything and trying to get everything sorted. And my Go stuff, because I was buying it while I was doing fabric stuff throughout the year, it was to the point where it was just stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking. And I'm like, we got to put this stuff up. So that's why I took a break from the traditional cleaning out my fabric and Notion stuff to going back and cleaning out this AccuQuilt Go stuff. Especially since I'm doing the 4-star Jenner, I realized how disorganized my stuff was. And I'm saying it's organized, it's all cute because I got all the tall, I got all of my 10 by 10 boards together. I got all of my 6 by 6 boards together. It was cute and all, and I knew where they were, but it was a lot of work to find which dye I want to use, if it's on which board, which machine do I need to pull. So now I've got all my stuff organized. It's not pretty though, but they're organized. She said Tangled and Rising Stars. So the Tangled one is the one that's the angled one. Thank you, Betsy. And Rising Star, you can make that with any of your traditional Go dyes. And so you don't need that one. Hold on. Let me go back up because I had to go down and get Betsy's comment. Eric talking about I'll be on the short bus. He's missing the trip. Poor Eric. Judy Smith says good night. Good night, Judy. Chocolate Tree says late, tardy, and all. It's 8:04 now. However, chocolate kisses to everyone. Hello, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Good night, all, from Melanie. Tiffany says I've been editing my YouTube channel for 4 days now. It's taking forever because I have hundreds of videos. It's dropping my eyes crazy on the PC. Yes. And I got videos that I've recorded that I've never even released. Just life taking over. And Teresa says, oh my, I've never let you know when I've ordered using your AccuQuilt affiliate. Yeah, it's just a nice way to just double check every now and then. You don't have to. If you're ordering something, small. But if you're putting in large orders and stuff, I would like to know, just so that I know that I'm getting it. And Cool Gal goes, carpenter wheel. No, it was some no, it wasn't a carpenter's wheel. I I think, I don't know if they came out with a carpenter's wheel. No, they have, and I didn't get that either. The carpenter's wheel. I saw that one too. I said nope, don't get it. Um, Diane says I'm not allowed to order anything. I'm getting a tiny red poodle puppy in January. I'm so excited. That's cute. My brother says, hi, sister, everyone. Hope everyone's staying safe. You have my thumbs up. My phone did not notify me. Well, YouTube didn't notify me. You got that right. They got you this time. They got him. Go unring the bell and then ring it back. So hopefully that'll reset it. Teresa says, hi, T and friends, and thumbs up. So thank you. And we're going to get off of here. Sue says, will the bus have a restroom? I think so. I think they do. I don't know. I didn't ask them. I'll check it out when the time comes. If not, we'll make us a restroom break if they don't. And Maxie Doodle says, I got the carpenter's wheels. Looking forward to using it. Yes, and I want that one too. But I'm like, you know what? We can wait on that. So we're going to go ahead and end here because it is 8:06. I'm going to go fix something to eat, put my feet up, chill, and hopefully I fall asleep early. And knowing me, I probably wake up at 2 o'clock and be wide awake. But I'm going to go ahead and end this chat. Thank you all so much for coming. I'll see you Saturday when we do live sewing chat. I'll finish working on this Phoenix. Well, maybe I'll try to come in here if I can to sew these rows together and get them pressed, and then we can just sew the rows on this Phoenix quilt, because that's going to probably be all that I'm going to do on Saturday. But if I'm sewing long rows, 4 rows, and these two, that'll probably be enough for a 2-hour chat, because I am chatting and sewing. It's not like I'm just sewing, so it does take time. So we're going to go ahead and end here. Thank you all so much. Stay safe, be blessed, and quilt out, everybody. Wow.